Hi, today we're gonna talk men's talk because I'm gonna destroy this notion that's going on in a lot of people's minds, including men and women, that if she doesn't feel like, she doesn't have to make love in a relationship or in marriage. Because a lot of men also agree with that idea that if she doesn't feel like, he has to wait. He can't force her. She doesn't have to make love if she doesn't want. Right, are you ready now? The thing is, when you both decide to be together, that means when you're choosing each other, that means you're saying to each other, I want not only that I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but you're also saying that I'm refusing every other woman, all the rest of them, the whole world. I'm refusing to shag anybody, but I'm gonna make love with you only. And the woman says to a man, I'm choosing you and I'm refusing to sleep with anybody and sleep only with you and also satisfy your needs. Emotionally, physically, on every level. Because now you're choosing to be with each other. Do you see the difference? Nobody forcing you. You're choosing willingly to be with each other. That means you're cutting off all the possibilities, other possibilities that's available for you. You both can sleep around, you can do whatever you want, but now you're choosing to be together. So because of that, you're restricting yourself only to each other. There's also coming with that the responsibility. That means if you woman choosing your man and you don't want him to shag with other women, that means you have to satisfy his needs. And you man have to look after your woman and also satisfy her sexually. She must feel orgasm and you must make it like that. You can't just satisfy yourself in sex. You must make sure she finishes as well. That's your duty. Not only that, emotionally, you must be kind. You must say nice things to her, appreciate her, and help on a daily basis. You both must do that. You don't have a choice. It's nothing about I don't feel like. Nothing like that. Because now you two people coming together and refusing everything else in the world. And now you must look after each other. So what is this room? There is room for I don't feel like. There isn't. Because if you don't feel like, you're opening Pandora's box. That means if you say no to him and he has no chance to go somewhere else to satisfy his needs, emotionally, you don't appreciate him, the same vice versa. If he doesn't appreciate emotionally you, doesn't support you, doesn't say nice things to you, doesn't help, he also opens the Pandora's box. And you now can get outside that. In the office with somebody, he can get outside going to nightclubs, saying he's going to see his friend, but they're going somewhere else. That's what you're doing to each other, and you don't realize you have responsibility by choosing each other and saying no to the rest of the world. Get rid of this bullshit. I don't feel like. You have responsibilities on you, because you yourself imposed those responsibilities. Nobody imposed on you these responsibilities. So if you want to be with each other, you have to bear the consequences. If you say you can't sleep with somebody else because it's me who should be satisfying your needs, therefore you must do it. If he wants it, he must be able to have it. What's the point to be in a relationship if he looks after you, you look after him, but when it comes to sex, you say, I don't feel like. You can't do that. You can't afford that. Because you are the only woman that he has in his life. So therefore, if you're restricting him because he's restricting him, no, you're not restricting him. He's restricting himself because he's choosing you and you is choosing him. That means you can't go outside the relationship. That means you must satisfy his needs because you are the only option for him. the same like he is for you. You, man, must satisfy her. You must say nice things to her. You must help her on a daily basis to make her life easy and happy. Come on, man. You can't live like that two of you trying to play relationship, marriage, and at the end of the day, you even don't understand what you're doing. You don't understand your responsibilities. If you would understand what I explained now, everything will change, because now you're only depending on each other. So why would you destroy each other and say no? Because his needs has to be satisfied. He must be emptying his bowls every day if he needs to, that he would not have to go somewhere else. Why do you think, woman, that if you say no, he will not go anywhere? Because you're pushing him, and you are the one that's guilty. And you, man, if you're not helping her, she has the right to say to you no, because you must do your part. And if you understand that you refuse the whole world and chose each other, there is a responsibility for that. And that's what I explain now. There is no more, I don't feel like. Stretch your legs and enjoy yourself. I remember this example many years ago, my friend's mother, where the relative came to visit her because she was a wise woman regarding sex, because her husband wanted her every night once and she couldn't bear with that. And she says, what would you suggest to me, because I don't know what to do. I can't handle anymore this sex once every day. She says, listen what I will say. She says, if you won't give him, he will go outside the relationship, find somebody who will give, and you will be guilty of that. And it couldn't be more truthful what she said. She lived in marriage for 50 years or something, and she learned very simple truth. Man's balls has to be empty all the time. Not only balls, but also his emotionally must be satisfied, like vice versa. The woman has to be mentally, emotionally satisfied. She must be happy because by how he looks after her. So there is no laziness space, because now you limited yourself to each other. So therefore is a lot of responsibility. Why would you not do anything for each other and trying to play that you're choosing each other? It's a bullshit. You're trying to play, you're so selfish that you even don't realize what you're doing. Why would you go together and not help each other and not be nice to each other? Why would you do that? And you're telling that you love? Come on, man, stick that love in the ass. Go in the toilet and flush it. I already told in other videos, and I'll continue to repeat, because you don't understand, and it's just like, I just can't understand it. Today I've got a light bulb moment, realizing when woman says about, I don't feel like, when a man doesn't want to help, wait a minute. Nobody pushed you in that relationship. You yourself chose each other. You continue to say on Valentine's Day, on Christmas Day or whatever, and maybe now and again when you're drunk, that you love each other, and then go back to normal, you don't help each other. Why would you do that? So from today, it must change. You must look differently. Now you separated yourself from the world. Come on, man. Do it. Help each other. Inspire each other. Speak nice. Shag as much as you want. Doesn't matter whether you feel or not. He must be satisfied. She must be looked after. And your life will change immediately like this. Because you're realizing that you segregated yourself or committed to each other. That means you have no option to go outside and get satisfied. Although every day is happening. People getting satisfied emotionally, physically outside the marriage. Why? Because you don't understand your responsibility. When you're choosing each other, you're signing. And from this moment, because I want you, not to make love with somebody else, not to flirt with somebody else. Who must satisfy this part? Woman itself? No, man. It's your job to satisfy her, to make her happy. Get a grip of yourself. I'm telling you, I'm giving you some wisdom here, and you apply and you think through, you will understand that this is what it is. That's your responsibility. If you don't want her to flirt outside relationship, at work with somebody, and then you say, oh, she's a bitch. No, she's not a bitch. Because she's empty. She's not, her tank is not filled with good emotions, with care, with love, with gratitude and everything else what she needs. The same for you, man. Your woman must satisfy him emotionally, that he would not flirt with some woman in the shop or in a petrol station or in a garage or whatever. You can't say you can't flirt. That doesn't work like that. You must fill his tank and make sure that he is happy. That for him is hard to leave leave in the morning, leave the house, leave you, because you are so sweet to him, loving and caring. Because that's your part, nobody else. If you won't do that, he will find the woman outside and you will say, oh, he betrayed. No, you betrayed yourself because you refused to fulfill your part. And guess who is going to fulfill that part? Of course, somebody else. Get a grip of yourself and start thinking straight what you have to do. And you will see how quickly your relationship will change. When you start taking responsibility and doing something to make sure that nobody talks to my man because I'm taking care of how he feels, and I will be inspiring him. I will be taking care of him, and I will do my best in a way that he will be happy on every level, physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever. If not, you don't have a chance to survive in this world. Too many options. On every corner is waiting. Another woman, another man. And you think you're winning. No, you're not winning. You're having children and you're about to divorce. Because every day you're neglecting your tank. How a car can run without a petrol or diesel? No chance. You still, until you get diesel. That's how relationship gets still. And stop. They're not moving anywhere. Because you're not doing your part. And you think you can't get away because of that bullshit going in the world, that if a woman doesn't want, you should not touch. No, you even should never have that idea that you don't want. Because of understanding, when he leaves the house, if his balls are full and you haven't done the job, guess what? He's vulnerable outside. Because he's a lion. He's going like a lion, ready to rip apart any funny. Any woman. Do you understand what I mean? I'm using really blunt talk to tell you that enough playing with the fire and blame a man or a woman because she is a bitch or he is a funny rat or whatever. No, because there are responsibilities that you're refusing to take on.